Hey, I'm Brian, one of the co-founders of Bobby Rabbits, and today I wanted to talk about NFT ticketing. So whenever we think about consumer behavior, you obviously have to deal with supply and demand. One of the ways that we've been successful is by thinking about ways to create more demand. And obviously with something like ticketing, there's going to be a set supply. So you can't tinker with the supply equation. However, the demand is a totally different story. In order to properly do NFT tickets, the other issue is that there's no piece of technology that exists that will verify someone at an event. You can't present an NFT at the physical location, and there's just nothing to scan your phone and say, yes, this person has that NFT, let them in. So a way that we figured out how to do this is actually using three different pieces to the puzzle. So those three pieces are, you're going to have your pass, which is going to be the NFT that you mint to basically earn the right to go to the event. The second piece to the puzzle is a point system that you can use to earn better seating. And the third piece is obviously the ticket that gets you into the event, which, if you'll notice, this is still a barcode. It's still the best way to do it at the event. And those barcodes, we found a way that you could essentially drop the barcodes right before the event, and the seat that barcode gets you is dependent on this second piece to the puzzle here, the point system. So let's talk about how we are going to use supply and demand here. Obviously, with this event, the supply is going to be limited. So let's say that you have 10,000 seats to sell. You can't change that. So what we're going to do is tinker with the demand. Now, the problem with in-person events is that the demand currently could only be about 10,000 or more. I mean, there's only a limited amount of people that can go to this event. If you're selling tickets the old-fashioned way on StubHub, people might check, and if the seats they want are not there, they might not buy a ticket. So to eliminate that situation, we have found a way to increase the demand by adding a whole nother population to people that might want that ticket. Those people are scalpers. So for example, right now, let's say that the people that might want these tickets are simply people that would go to the show. If you add a whole nother layer of people, that could be 3 times as many people that would go to the show that would buy tickets for something else, say there's something in it for them, they could make money off of it. All of a sudden, your demand is way bigger than you would normally be dealing with. That's going to make prices go up. That's going to make people essentially rush to buy tickets because they're going to be scarce. So let's talk about how we are going to incorporate NFTs in that part of the equation. So let's use Bobby Rabbits as an example of how you could use that first part, the passes, to then earn points to get better seating, and how it would essentially create this entire new population of demand. We're going to pretend that a Bobby Rabbit NFT is the pass, that first part. There's something called staking. We're actually going to use IC Rabbits as an example because we've already built staking for that. Let's say that on the first day that ticket sales go live, you can mint your ticket. Right now, the way that it would be is people would only get one because you can only use one ticket if you yourself is going. However, a scalper might want to buy 10 tickets if there's something in it for them to have more than one ticket. So what we would do here is we would create a staking mechanism for those passes. So let's say that I minted 10 passes. Right now, let's use 2 actually, because I have 2 of these. So in order to make people want more than one pass, you give them this ability to stake their passes for points. Those points could then be used to get better seating closer to showtime. So for example, if these are my 2 passes to the show, obviously I can only use 1 if I go, but I might want to get 2 so that I can earn points twice as quickly. So what we would do is we would stake these passes, and when you do that, they're going to be earning points. This incentivizes people to, as soon as possible, get as many passes as they can, because the more points they have, the better seats they could get. You could also create a secondary market where people could then sell those points. So if I waited till the very last minute and I still wanted front row seats, I could go to the secondary marketplace and buy 1,000 seating points to get really good seats, but it's going to cost me, and whoever was there first and bought up all the passes at the beginning are going to reap the rewards because they're going to be able to in turn sell those points because they carry value. So for example, with these Icy Rabbits, they're earning 25 of these points per day. Now, with your system, you could tinker with the numbers, make it whatever you want, but imagine a scenario where a scalper bought 10 passes, and for the next couple months, they're earning 25 seating points per day. The week before showtime, even if they wanted to go, they could sell 9 of those 10 passes, use the points that they wanted, and whatever points they have left over, they could sell on the secondary market to other people that want to get better seating. Now, that system would allow you to use your pass plus your seating points to then get that third thing, the barcode, which is what you'll actually scan to get into the event. So if you look at all of this carefully, this is how you would use NFTs to do ticketing and still make it easy for people to get in at the event. So again, it's not about using the NFT to get into the event, it's about finding ways to use Web3 to maximize the supply-demand equation, how to incentivize people to buy as many tickets as possible, as soon as possible, and there will be something in it for them. Third layer that we haven't talked about yet, obviously you don't want all your tickets to look the same because, for example, these two right here have totally different art. You know, you might want to create some sort of collectible image so that after the show people have memorabilia. Now, that's another reason why I would get more, because even if I only needed one ticket to get to the show, I might buy 10 of them up front, and that way I could just get the best memorabilia that I want and sell the other 9 that I don't need. So we're adding a lot of value in here into the process leading up to getting into the event. It makes the ticketing process much more than what StubHub is. It makes it easier than someone trying to figure out how to use an NFT to get inside the event, but it incorporates Web3 and it's a way for everyone to make money. It provides an entire economy for people to scalp and make money leading up to the show, which is mutually beneficial to the show runners because the demand will be insane even though the supply is limited. Thanks.